And I think there's something to that, right? In the sense that you are looking at someone who can throw out displacement, throw out a decent amount of poke, so you're not just a heal bot come late game. And it means when you are starting to play around those potentially more precipitous parts of the map for whatever reason, particularly once it gets a little bit smaller, you can start to punish people by having that ability to shove them over edges, force them into interesting discussions, and that can be a great spot there as well. So I think I completely agree. And then we are starting to get ourselves ready for our second drop of the NA series night. Particular locations think it will be hot to drop.
I mean, this is already interesting because we don't have Academy in play, right? Like, teams might land at Magebog. It's very far away, but teams could land near Magebog and make the rotation over. I have seen some teams do that. You can then lead into some, oh, that's not a good place to start the drop. Don't want to drop it.
Well, they are. Everybody's there!
Okay.
Well, violence begins, and boys who cry immediately in tears. They have to run. They have to get somewhere out of here. Sprog twice, dies twice. Nowhere to go. Over the lightning. Germanite just got nowhere to go. Team elimination. We have got violence straight out the doors.
We have reinstalled the game for that? that's sad. We're uninstalling the game again. That's sad. I feel really bad because Boys Who Cry are just they're
in tears. Yes,
they're in tears.
There's just a lot of waterworks right now. As Tessa is continuing to pour salt in the wound right now. That was cruel. I mean, I approve, but wow.
A little unfortunate, right? Like it's you're dropping on each other. It's up in the air who's gonna win that. Yeah. You're flipping the coin. Unfortunately, the coin landed tails. You picked heads. Not gonna work out. This could work out very well though for Hawkeye because they're moving up to catch this team who is already starting to look at this vault, and that is actually Hawkeye. They do not have their whole team here.
Ouch. Yeah. Now here comes the remaining member way on the way over. Perhaps took the wrong way for more name-related puns. So we're going to have it towards Moonlight Battlefield versus Okokun. See whether this one turns around. I think people just throwing out some warning shots. No one really going for a full engage yet. Looks like the circle will be pulling towards the bottom of the map this time around.
All right, so we're still getting a lot of heavy abyss areas here as Hawksong are now moving their way out, trying to get themselves back into a better spot here because the fight just did not work out terribly well for them. So they are just disengaging. No. This fight is still going between Moonlit Battlegrounds and Occult.
Is it a fight? It feels like a sort of glorified standoff. It's a dance battle right now. I'm hearing Grease Lightning musical right now. This is West Side Story fight. It's not really violence.
Yeah, it's a little just bit of poking. We did not get to mention this.
Which one's the Sharks and which one's the Jets? Before I let you talk about important things.
Look, I don't know. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. But we do have bullet trains coming in here.
Ah, nice.
Which I love. I love the bullet trains because they are very funny. A lot of times, teams can just be caught off guard and just
splattered,
obliterated. Yeah. It doesn't end well sometimes.
It lives up to the first part of the name. Spotted out there with the Phoenix Scout. At the bomb as well. Again, you've got Stormite on that strikes your ability to play these long-range engages. They're a lot easier. The Lightning Spear's Unseen Jaguar. Look at the Aegis Sill. Takes a big chunk. It's caught in the lava a bit there as well.
Yeah.
Half the
it's
HP.
Just really tough there, and we'll be able to back off and heal, but they have this they also are in control of this campfire, so they could just kind of play with that. Yeah, and I think they're going to do so. Just push them away from the campfire, and you have now the ability to just go back, get your campfire, and move elsewhere here, because they're going to want to move this down to the southern side here. Up in the north, though, things getting a little bit heavy in action.
Oh, solid. That's a rough abyss to have to cross. They're leaving. Understandable. Yeah. Don't stay there anymore.
We are in that area where the ring does not hurt very much at this point, right? We're ticking for 1 damage a piece here. So the big worry about it right now is just the unhealable aspect, as they are going to be trying to move here, but Hawksong are
everybody's coming in.
Yeah, Hawksong are just trying to gatekeep.
They're doing their best. They've not quite read it right, though.
Yeah.
Top, though, it is... She doesn't remember why. So it was a separate member. No, it's just the rest of the team joining back up. The storm has finally closed on in. Vane Grove towards the north, Major Bog towards that northeast, looking like potential hotspots as teams come collapsing out from in the cold.
And we're gonna try and see if Solid now need to find like somewhere to go here, somewhere they can revive. They're actually gonna revive in the ring. This is a good place to revive because nobody is moving into this to try and fight this, even if they were close by, and it's not far out of ring, so not taking a lot of damage to move back in. So Solid will be okay. They've just got to regather themselves and get into a good spot. Although, how about peeking out here alone? This is always scary, even if JustReliq is fairly mobile.
Oh, no!
Oh, you cannot poke out there alone. Haengsong now on the retreat. They were the aggressors. Now they are the aggressed, and they will be running their way back over to a revive beacon.
You know what JustReliq sucks at? Being close range. All the damage chunks. And you know how you make people as close range as you want? You land the Kaiju hook. Kingpin, king-making. Phenomenal moment.
That was mid-dash, too. That was tossed out while dashing, so that was just
cold read.
Crazy good hook. And, you know, that's the risk you have. You know, I know a lot of JustReliq players get caught on this here. They just try to put themselves in a position where they can poke. Maybe they can knock somebody, call the team over to then finish them off. But you're putting yourself at risk, too, if you're not aware of those really long-range cooldowns.
You really, really are. And JustReliq, fantastic. As long as you can people at arm's length, you are just more damage than nearly any other character in the game, assuming they're at the max range of your autos.
Yeah.
At every other distance, it starts to get a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it does. It does. We're gonna see a cult here, grabbing the vault down below Snorse here. Snorse looking to come back strong in this game, and I'm sure want to keep the train moving here, as trains are definitely moving around here. A reminder too, with these bullet trains, the storm is going to move towards the tracks. Yes. It is going to try and end on the tracks. So we are looking at one of these areas in the tracks here where that storm is going to pull here, as we have a fight breaking out.
Here we go. Bless looking to go for them, but they only got the one knock last time. They want to get some more big chunk onto Moonlit Battlegrounds, but unfortunately for them, it is the middle of the day. Third party from the Half Goats looking to pick up a little bit more than half a game win. Back towards the camp on the other side, and it is just a fracas and not a full-on escapade, as the Kaiju hook inches wide.
Yeah, Moonlit Battlegrounds actually have to give up this campground too. They're not going to be able to pack this one up and move it because the ring is coming in, and the third party did help them out, help them disengage from this Bless now being pushed, but it is the Half Goats that are now being aggressed upon, as everybody moving in from the east. Look at how many teams. We have 4 teams in this vicinity here.
Narrow bridge in a dream. Taobao beginning to throw out some of that JustReliq poke. The autos beginning to come on down. Still looking to play from range. The boss beginning to make things difficult. It's Dance Dance Revolution. Dodge the flaming circles. How many people have played MMOs? You need to know your raid mechanics there.
Getting a little sketchy there, as we do see already some poke coming out. The JustReliq ult being hit. Two-shot! That's not what you want if you're Haengsong, and they're going to have to back away, but there's no
lumberjack moments.
Go. In comes the Felix ult as well, while Haengsong are just going to back away, try to find somewhere they can go. How did he get over that?
Moonlight Battleground to find another one retreating. Solid heading on forwards towards the Armor Soul. One final gem remaining. Sure where it is. They might look to get that. Oh, there we go. A narrow spin of land, and Moonlight Battleground decide it's more than enough for us. A final auto over the abyss. Yeah, and Steel is sent careening into the dark.
And the big thing with that is Wade got just enough height to get over the wall. They're the only member to get into position here, and while Haengsong will stay alive, but they are limping their way into the ring.
Yeah, I mean, they have got one member in a dream. Snorse will spot out what's going on, back away. Half Ghosts Half Goats, I apologize. Half Ghost being the player, as that's a spike. Not quite sure how Pensato ended up over there, but will just fall into the abyss courtesy of Snores.
Yeah, Pensato a little bit caught out. Solid have just kind of been a little bit scrambled for a lot of this game, it feels like. So we're now going to see Half Goats jumping in, looking for this fight, because they do not want to take another story while they're sitting on their own campfire here. Snores healing up their shields, and as we take a look, everybody on this northern side again.
Moonlight Battlegrounds want to start the fight into the storm. Our force blessed. Not an easy spot. They take a lot of damage. They lose Skymus, but now the third party from Foe, who are the enemy again, making sure the damage comes on through as Fort Miles steps on forward into the air with the Eye of the Storm and escape from Unseen Jaguar, trying to live up to their namesake and get out of dodge and back into the trees in the wilderness. A nuke comes flying on through, but wait, no, it's the campfire. Just a similar animation that makes it a little bit tricky to do is Unseen Jaguar trying to run away from the Shrike, but the autos keep on flying and the Mithril bullet landed over the abyss they go, but 4 Miles on the Bishop decides they'll play Queen. They have just got better movement and the diagonals aren't enough.
And not get away. Meanwhile, fight breaking out. Snores going for the fight here against another story. They healed themselves up and they want to go for this here. It is even in levels. They do have
damage.
Outdated, who is level 7 here, but damage is hitting, and with that void, there, they do not want to push on that. Bless. In the meantime here,
no way.
Another story don't even look that direction.
Spot on. It's so well done. And on the other side, you saw the armor was like absolutely shattered. HD, very happy in their spot right now. Got themselves tier 2s. They've got themselves, tier 3s, I suppose. It's blues, isn't it? And then they are in a great little spot with no one knowing where they are. Still got a fair number of teams. And look up towards Prisma Falls as well. Looking like we're getting another revive off as well, which would be great news for them.
Solid. They've gotten Pensato back up, and they're going to be getting a soul for themselves here too, which is huge for them. They're going to get that armor soul. Not super big because they have not gotten any crazy armors, but it will be more useful. If they can win a fight, grab some tier 5 armors, that thing becomes very, very valuable.
And get those legendary armors, and you are feeling very happy indeed. Soul being taken down, no one looking to come over to test, but Bless finds Snores. They're on a campfire though with Snores, so they've got that kind of high ground advantage. Difficult to break their point. Stormy trying to, Stormite, I apologize, trying to find the autos out. Throws down the bomb. Do a chunk on a Prideful Icarus, but again, Celeste can just heal right back up on the campfire.
Yeah, the big thing with Shrike too is the oaths become a problem. If you have an oath, you just have that shield up and you have to break that, which is doable for Shrike, but it is precious time wasted in a fight where you want to just be two-shotting people.
You want to be hitting your autos from as long away as possible onto the squishiest members as possible, and that's partly why we're seeing more and more of the Earth Shatter as the zone control, that ability to protect those squishier members from some of this incessant poke that the Shrikes in particular have been popping out.
And the Battlegrounds are looking here. Solid are moving in. Fairly Odd enemies have grabbed the camp above, and as you can see, the nuke coming out is going to force them away, which gives Moonlit Battlegrounds the ability to push on to Solid, but okay, they're dropping their camp. I think this is the best they can do because it's going to give them space that is definitively theirs. Solid feeling a little pressured right now.
Pensato in a difficult spot, tries to defend the boss. It'll be a smite fight, so to speak. MB going on forwards! Glacier, and it goes on in with the Felix, begins to set them all on fire. Eye of the Storm from Unseen Jaguar, trying to buy a moment, and look at the Yggdrasil, is set alight. Pensato trying to back away onto the bullet train, and then an escape for Unseen Jaguar. But wait, there's so many people that don't get on.
Fast. It's too fast, but the problem is they can't stay in the ring on that. They're gonna get too far out and get into the fight, and that will be Karina falling. Fairly Odd enemies moving away here as Bless keeping the aggression high here. Going to just jump in, get the hit, but not really able to do a whole lot. Bless cannot capitalize on their advantage.
This time around, they've got themselves a campfire. They'll be using that one instead. Half Goats looking to try and get the revive off on that beacon, but Bless come on over, not allowing that to complete. Throw up the Oathbreaker shield for a moment. Back away towards the stores.
Yeah, and that is just 3 members there for Half Goats, so They're not wanting to take a fight if they can avoid it.
No, they are not. Getting some repairs down a solid. The Arbor trying to play Warden here, get the shots off of an easy access over that. This. Get the campfire as well while they can.
Snorris kind of feeling a little bit of pain right now. They don't have great armor, and the armor they do have is half broken at best. So they're kind of hanging out here. They're going to drop their fire to grab here. Is no way does Moonlit Battlegrounds actually get this off. There's no shot. They can just jump this.
Ghost is there. Here come the rest of the teams. There's so many people here. Goat gets over, but now another fight happens over the revive beacon. Trying to back away. Goat gets over the wall, away from the Earth Shadow, but he's just found Snorse, and that means there's just so many teams. He's trying to escape, gets onto the jellyfish, bounces away, gets a bit of a heal, and somehow, some way, Goat is still alive.
And now look at Shamide, who needs to get away here. Gets hit by the stun, and Snorse might go on that, but Goat gets to hang out. Ooh. Did they see it, or did they just throw it out for fun? I can't tell. The hook is going to hit. Spike not going to get. Falcade is going to get away. The heal coming in from the Luna as well with the ult. As there is someone who's going directly in. West cannot do a whole lot here. They're getting pinched by multiple teams here, and they need to disengage. Solid gonna be finishing this off, and that will be Gay Dad down. Fairly Odd enemies still live, but they are not feeling good about it.
Patricide, the father is dead. What about the son and the rest of the team? Who knows right now? Is more damage over the abyss. A Spike. As omnipresent oatmeal, unfortunately, is eaten for breakfast.
Snorse is struggling right now, and I like the look. I loved that they tried to... I love the Celeste ult being warped in by the Void. That teleport will get them.
Bullet train, Nomad!
No, it takes out Bless, and now we are seeing Bless on the run. They did not get out of way in time, and they're going to run to Snorse. That's a favorable battle for Snorse.
There's Goat at the top with a most wanted. If they get that, I might scream again. I can't believe it. It's been so intense, so back and forth. Some of these players have been getting away with absolute murder. Double most wanted. That's a bullet train. Just gonna get onto the train and get out of here. No, we can't still get back out. The damage is beginning to get really hard. He's got his armor shattered. 1 minute to go. Weinstein throwing out the hammers, trying to say, I dare you. I dare you to go across this. The shield is up. Want to risk it. Still on the tracks. The ice wall, a little bit short.
Joke's just looking for the spike there. A spike would get his team back into the game here. 46 seconds is going to be off the tracks for this train to come in. Is probably checking that map as well to make sure as much time is bought as possible. Bless going to get engaged on, and Nomad going to have to run away as the Cult trying to run down this final member, and I don't think there's much more for Bless. Bless go out in 6th place.
All the while, 20 seconds on Go. Just needs to hold the line. Bullet train coming on up. I wonder whether he jumps on it, tries to get out of here. No, still buying time. 50 seconds on the other side there for Snorse, trying to bring out their one member down. Goat likely to get the full team of Moonlight Battleground back. Shaman here, still one member. Got half goes down towards the south of them. 2 members against teams that are beginning to regenerate their whole squads.
Moonlit Battlegrounds back up here and feeling strong. They are just letting him get back up. I'm a little surprised by that. I know it's risky, but at the same time, like, you do not want to give Moonlit Battlegrounds the opportunity to get back into this game, because you can see now they're already going on the aggressive. They have the nuke, and that's going to be the engage there. Going in, take out one member. The engage not working out well for Moonlit Battlegrounds. Another most wanted here, and they're probably going to have to use that as Unseen Jaguar running away. We'll be able to get a member back up possibly here as a Cult win that fight handily.
They just had no armor, and it was full blues on the other side. You just don't have the damage, and finally, Moonlit Battlegrounds forced to embrace the light of the sun, courtesy of Okul-kun. Solid towards the north here, and SNR. Now 2 of our 3 remaining teams. We know who's down towards the south. We just saw them take out Moonlit Battlegrounds.
Solid going directly in here with the Oath, all going to be countered out here.
Damage!
They're just pointing out the damage. The Void comes in clutch. And now Solid on the defensive, but Snorse are
sandwich.
Moving in and Solid in
Bullet
trouble.
Bullet train!
Again, and we cannot be doing this. Solid in trouble. Jumping back over.
Pensato. It's a 1v3!
There's no way.
Gets away briefly, has to back out, has got himself that blink back. Ult towards that north, getting the resets. Glaciated, trying to get off the tracks. Pensato, where are you going? They have been somehow, some way staying alive for now, but the circle shrinks again. Oh no, Cyanide, don't dare walk into that bullet trade.
That did take a wisp out, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Oh, and Solid in trouble, looking to try and get themselves over into this fight. They may just have to send it here. It is a full 4-man squad from a cult. Oh, and that gets blocked away. Solid now just have to go for 3v4.
Nuke! Now with the bullet trade in the way, it's making it very difficult. Pensato stays out of the range of that particular blast radius. Omnipresent Oatmeal is back up and available. They head towards the east. Pensato has most wanted, looking to buy time, space, anything. Has got armor regen. Gets towards that legendary armor. Back towards the blues.
I don't think he wants to sit on that because that's just a lot less defensive measures here. Pensato eventually going to have to move here. Going to move over here, and that's not maybe where you want to go. Are going to push Pensato back.
Ah, the crows.
Out, and will go down. It is 2 teams left.
Snorse again in the final 2, looking for a second lobby win, looking to mirror Bomber from earlier. On the other side, it's Oko-kun. They're only on to episode 3 in the anime, so they do a little bit better. Prideful Icarus, that was close. I saw you get bumped back by that train.
Honestly, if you're at a point here where you're just waiting, you want to have a team that is just watching the map, because you can see the trains on the map. So you want to just keep calling out when that train is coming. And now Snorse having it back away. I am always scared to see people on these tracks at this point.
Not that much longer. Teleport coming on through, looking to find an angle in. Send Prideful Icarus forwards. Side against it. Pull away. Salsa goes on forward. Gets that massive amount of fire. Straight on down. Incinerating all they can. They lose 2 though doing it. They've gone too deep. It was just too eager. Dancor trying to buy time. Bullet Train cannot be far off anymore. Trying to get the damage. The Oathbreaker shield. The Oath shield. Too much. Cannot get through it. Jakku is there. And already they're trapped. And they find the win.